Hi, everybody. Welcome to Tunog Lokal with Pam and Joe. And today we do have a very special guest upon us, a rising star, such a young at her age, and she's been delivering music with passion, of course, along with Careless. And we're so glad that you are with us today, Julian Salvado, on the show on Tunog Lokal. How are
Hello.
you?
Hi, everybody. Thank you so much for having me. I'm great.
And thank you for making time for us. We saw a clip of you singing on Instagram, and we were like, okay, we would like to have a chat with her. Let's have her on Tunog Lokal. And thank you for being with us today, Jolianne.
Thank you.
Let's start this. Joe and I know that you started quite young. You were 11 when you joined the Voice Kids Philippines, and we also found out that you've performed open for some foreign artists, and that includes there's my Air Supply, Michael Learns to Rock, and even Stephen Bishop. Are you even familiar with the songs of these artists that I just
Oh, nga.
mentioned? Kasi
Yeah.
medyo tito na natin
Yeah, of
Yeah.
course. My dad, he plays their music all the time. So I grew up listening to, especially Air Supply. I'm a big fan of their music.
I'm glad that no, even though that the generation right now has been growing up with the new songs that we have already, you
Mhm.
guys are still open to that era of music where it all
Yeah.
started for most of the musicians we have. And we also do believe that you started in 2015 as a contestant for the Voice Kids Philippines, and we want to know, how that must have been like for you.
Yeah, I joined the Voice Kids in 2015 for fun because I had a crush on
This
on a contestant from the season before me. And I thought he would be at the pre-audition. So I showed up to the pre-auditions. I did my piece. He was not there, but I made it. So that was still a win. And yeah, surprisingly, they flew me out to Manila. I got to see it all for the first time. And although I auditioned because I had a crush, it kind of cemented my passion for music. And it was then that I realized I wanted to do this for the rest of my life.
Nice, nice. But how is it like for an 11-year-old to grabe siguro yung pressure nun? It must have been nerve-wracking. Or was it just fun
Yes.
fun?
Yeah, that was my first singing contest ever. So I don't know what to do. I just got up on stage. I was super nervous. I remember right before the performance, I puked.
Oh,
It was that bad, but it was still an experience.
what was the song that you used for your audition?
I sang Tattooed Heart by Ariana Grande.
Mm.
Yeah.
Congrats. So, even though that you auditioned at a young age, it's nice that your reason for joining um the show is because of a crush, and that starts and you solidified your passion for music. That's really good. At the end, you were able to figure out what you wanted to do, diba? But we also want to
Mhm.
know how you were able to figure out your own style.
Ooh, honestly, I don't think I have my sound figured out yet. That's still something I'm exploring, especially recently because I've become more open-minded as a listener. I'm listening to different genres now, and just last night I was listening to the songs I've been making recently, and they all sound so different. But that's exciting. I think I'm lost, but in a good way. I'm just exploring and seeing what works for me.
We're excited to hear the new music that you will be giving us. But who are these artists that have influenced your style? Sino ba yung ina-idolize mo? You mentioned Ariana Grande.
Ah,
You chose Ariana Grande for your audition piece
yes.
when you joined The Voice. But who are these top three musical artists that you
Yeah.
love so much?
My mom. My mom used to be a band singer back in her day, so she has the biggest influence on honestly my whole being, but especially with music. And her influences are also my influences. So Whitney Houston, Mariah Carey, Celine Dion, and of course Ariana. Like she probably has the biggest influence on me too. Ariana Grande, definitely.
Yeah, so nice na parang you have musical influences from yung medyo experience na like from the music that your mom and dad would listen to, and then yung mga
Yeah.
bagpa like Ariana.
Yes. Take us back to halfway there. We've seen this on
Mm-mm.
Spotify and listened to it a couple of times. Could you tell us like what's your favorite line from halfway there?
Mm, my favorite line is no pain, no profit.
Ooh, I like
I
that.
wrote that song when I was an independent artist, and I was struggling. I wasn't earning money. In fact, I was losing. So it was just a really low point in my life as an independent artist. I wanted to keep going, but at the same time I was thinking about the financial constraints. So yeah, no pain, no profit. That's how I felt as an independent artist trying to make it.
So there you go. How about we take a listen to halfway there? Here's Julian Salvado right here on Tunog Lokal with Pam and Joe. Welcome back, you guys, to Nog Lokal with Pam and Joe, and we do have Julian Salvado on the show. And your latest release, take us back to that. Could you tell us the story about Sublime?
Yeah, I wrote Sublime last year when I signed with Careless. It's the core message of Sublime is like manifestation. First step to achieving your dreams is actually believing in them, and you just have to get out of your own way sometimes. Um, yeah, when I signed with Careless, it was a euphoric moment, and it just came to me. So, boom, Sublime.
How was your creative process like coming up with this song? Was it an easy track to write, or natagalan ka
Mhm.
ba? And which usually comes first when when you come up with music? Is it the lyrics, the words, or the music yung nauna?
Mm-mm. For me, I usually start with the melody, and then I come up with the lyrics. It was like that for Sublime as well. I had this really old chord progression and melody that I made probably in 2017. That was a really long time ago, and it was just one of those ideas that I tried to keep coming back to. I was trying to fill up the lyrics, but I never could until I signed with Careless.
Yeah.
I was super inspired. I wrote some lyrics and then I finished it when I got to Manila. When I got
Mm.
here.
Mm. So how has it been working with Careless so far?
It's been great. I think this is the best place I could have ever landed. Um, all of them are such passionate creatives, and I'm always feeding off of their energy. And honestly, it's such a family environment. So even though I'm really homesick, I'm also really glad that I have a new family in Careless. Woo!
So even if you decided to move here in Manila, you don't feel alone naman. You have the
Yeah.
love and support of your Careless family. Let's go back to Sublime. But there's a music video that's been released for this. Tell us about it.
Yeah, the key point of the music video is I have like a potted best friend, like a plant. And I bring it along with me everywhere. It grows throughout the music video as well. Just because it's a cute little symbol for manifestation because it's like growing a plant. Having a desire takes time and love and care. So yeah.
I've seen also the music video for this. What made you decide to have that sort of theme or some sort of feel for Sublime's music video?
Um I wanted it to be very youthful and very quintessential Jolianne. So yeah, that's why everything is the way it is. And I also got a lot of help from the finest, of course, my director, Edre. He really turned out for that. And yeah, he did a great job.
So before we go, is there anything else that you want to say or what's next for Julianne?
For now, I'm just gonna be releasing a bunch of songs throughout the year. Um, you can also expect maybe a different side of me too. Like I said, I'm trying out different things. And yeah, that's it.
Let's tell the cuties out there how they can find you to follow you on Instagram and all the other platforms out there.
Oh yes, you can find me on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook at Jolianne Salvato. Yeah, it's at Jolianne Salvato everywhere.
Okay, there you go. And I think we're all set to listen her latest release. This one is called Sublime. You are on Tunog Lokal. That happens right here on the Midday Q, only on Q Radio.